The Bharatiya Janata Party has signalled a clear generational shift at the very top of its organisation. Nitin Nabin, a five-time MLA from Bihar and one of the party's rising young leaders, has formally assumed charge as the BJP's national working president at the party headquarters in New Delhi. The charge-taking ceremony took place today and was attended by BJP's national president JP Nadda and Union Home Minister Amit Shah. Congratulating Nabin, Amit Shah expressed confidence that the party would expand even further under his leadership. Nabin's appointment, which took effect immediately on Sunday, is being seen within the party as a major step in a planned generational transition and one that could eventually see him take over as the BJP's full-time national president in January. At just 45 years old, Nitin Nabin is the youngest leader to be appointed the national working president in the party's history. Currently a minister in the Nitish Kumar-led Bihar government, Nabin holds the Public Works Department portfolio and has served as a minister twice. He is also a five-time MLA from Patna's Bankipur Assembly constituency, which is one of the BJP's strongest urban seats in the state. First elected to the Bihar Legislative Assembly back in 2000, Nabin has retained the Bankipur seat in successive elections. In the 2020 Bihar Assembly polls, he scored a landslide victory, defeating Love Sinha, the son of actor-turned-politician Shatrughan Sinha, by a margin of around 84,000 votes. Within the party, Nabin is credited with strengthening the BJP's organizational structure in Patna and neighboring regions, particularly at the booth level. Beyond Bihar, he has also served as BJP's in charge for Chhattisgarh and has worked extensively within the party's youth wing, building a reputation as a grassroots organizer and administrator. Residents of New Delhi are once again facing a serious health emergency as air quality levels breach the severe mark. On Monday, the air quality index stood at 427, which is a level classified as severe. The air has deteriorated so badly that it has disrupted daily life and forced the imposition of the strictest containment measures. More than 40 flights were cancelled, over 50 trains delayed, and schools and offices were asked to operate at 50% capacity. Delhi's air quality has remained in the severe category for the past 2 days, a level that the Indian government warns can cause respiratory distress even in healthy people and pose serious risks to those with heart or lung disease. The hazardous conditions prompted the Commission for Air Quality Management, or the CAQM, to invoke Stage 4 of the Graded Response Action Plan. It is among the most stringent anti-pollution emergency measures. Under Stage 4, all construction and demolition activities are banned, truck movement is restricted, with heavy vehicles allowed only for essential services. Authorities may also shut down non-essential businesses or enforce the odd-even traffic rules if conditions worsen. Schools are to operate in a hybrid mode, not just for primary students, but for higher classes as well. Authorities have also urged residents to stay indoors, particularly children and those with respiratory or cardiac ailments. People stepping out were advised to use protective masks. Now, while these measures are designed to provide immediate relief, environmentalists warned that they are only short-term fixes and do little to address Delhi's chronic pollution crisis. The National Capital Region, home to around 30 million people, is routinely choked by smog in winters. Air quality every season deteriorates as farmers burn crop residue in the neighboring states. Cooler temperatures trap the smoke, which then mix with emissions from vehicles, construction dust and industrial pollution. At its worst, pollution levels in Delhi reach up to 20 times the World Health Organization's safe limit. Experts say that there is an urgent need for a long-term sustainable policy rather than repeatedly relying on emergency measures every year. Despite the toxic conditions, New Delhi on Monday geared up to host football superstar Lionel Messi. Visuals from across the city showed posters of Messi shrouded in thick smog as fans queued outside the stadium, hoping for a glimpse of their football icon. Remember, Messi visited the Arun Jaitley Stadium in New Delhi, the final stop on his four-city India tour that began in Kolkata on the 13th of December. For my next story, I want to begin by asking all of you, in marriage, where does love end and bodily autonomy begin? It's an uncomfortable question, but one that has sparked a massive debate on social media. In South Korea and China recently, a South Korean court ruled in favor of a woman who refused to donate part of her liver to save her husband's life after he sued her for what he called malicious abandonment. The couple, both in their early 30s, had been married for 3 years and they were raising 2 daughters, a 2-year-old and a newborn just 1 month old, when the husband fell ill last winter. The man was diagnosed with primary biliary cirrhosis, a rare and serious liver disease. Doctors warned that without a transplant, he had less than a year to live. His parents sold their home to pay for his treatment. His wife remained by his side, caring for him and their 2 young children. Hope emerged when tests showed the wife was a near-perfect donor match. Her HLA compatibility was reportedly over 95%. But when asked to proceed with the surgery, she refused. She told doctors and family that she suffered from a severe fear of needles and sharp objects and could not face surgery. Now, this refusal triggered tensions at home. The husband accused her of betrayal, mocked her caregiving, and told her, and I quote, "You just want me to see me die." Now, his parents also pressured her, asking if she wanted to watch her husband die. Eventually, a brain-dead donor was found in time, and the man underwent a successful liver transplant. After recovering, the husband investigated his wife's claims and discovered that she had previously undergone surgery and blood tests without complications. When confronted, the wife admitted her phobia claim was an excuse. She said that her real fear was the risk of surgery and the possibility that if something went wrong, her 2 children would be left without a mother. Angry and feeling betrayed, the husband filed for divorce, accused her of malicious abandonment, and claimed that she had failed in her spousal duties. The court rejected his argument. It ruled that organ donation is a matter of personal bodily autonomy and cannot be compelled even between spouses. The judgment found that the husband's coercive behavior and verbal abuse had undermined trust in the marriage, making him primarily responsible for its breakdown. The court also accepted that the wife's refusal was based on a reasonable concern for her children's well-being. The couple eventually agreed to divorce. The wife retained the custody of the children, and she continues to provide financial support for her ex-husband's medical recovery. Now, this story, reported by the Seoul Broadcasting System, has triggered widespread debate on Chinese social media. Many users defended the woman, questioning whether marriage entitles one's spouse to demand the other's organs. Others asked whether it was even appropriate for the hospital to disclose her donor match status. For many online, the case has become a flashpoint for debates about consent, bodily autonomy, and the limits of marital obligation. So does marriage entitle one person to another's body? For now, As per South Korean law, the answer is a clear no.